Okay, just give me your whole name so I won't look it up.
Charles Miller.
Your birth date.
8/28/66.
You remember this, doing this last time?
Oh, yeah.
I gave you, and you were on tape 42 the last time. This time you're on tape 47.
Okay.
So keep that with your stuff, and and in 100 years from now, your great can go down to the library and pull this tape off and see what
See
you
who
look
I
like.
am, okay.
Exactly. Well, just for the record, you're Charles Miller, and what are your parents? Where do you live? Where do you live?
Well, I live out in Otway,
Okay.
and my parents, I grew up in Rosemount.
Okay. What's your dad's name and mother's name?
Leonard Miller,
Uh-huh.
and mom's name is Rita Miller.
Okay. Are you married, single, divorced, widowed, separated, all the above?
Well, yeah, about all the above. I'm separated actually right now, so.
Okay. And you have children?
Right, 3, and a grandson.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are your children's names?
Margaret, Catherine, and Holly. And the grandson's name is David.
Okay, good. Now, after you were in the 216th Combat Engineer Battalion,
Right.
And this is Company B at your meeting site
Mhm.
here. And after you guys, after you left here, you went to Camp Atterbury, right?
We was at Atterbury for, oh man, about a month or so, I think.
What was going on over there?
A little train up. It was cold, snowing, and ice, and
Got you ready for the hot Iraqi weather.
I think the Moab Center in Anchorage was closed. That's why we went to Atterbury. I don't know why. It's just the Moab side.
Okay. Was the training
Useless.
useless?
Yeah, in my opinion.
Well,
I think it was just one of them cover CYA, like we said, or cover your butt.
Yeah. And then you go to Kuwait.
You went to Kuwait.
And said my son was in Kuwait. He was there. I forget when exactly. He said 2 things about Kuwait was the heat. As soon as you got off the plane, you're hit with 120 or 140 degree, and then there's nothing there.
Well, we got there in February, so it wasn't really hot.
It wasn't that bad?
And, it was pretty tolerable. It was cool at night.
Mm-hmm.
We had heaters, and you'd almost have to have them. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was cold going to and from showers,
Okay.
but
Okay.
we just kind of laid around and got our vehicles up armored and ready to go, and just kind of waited till all of our equipment got in.
Okay.
I did see what was the old prosecutor in town?
Grimshaw.
Grimshaw. I talked to Grimshaw.
Actually saw him there?
Yeah. Talked to him over there right before the election.
Okay.
I don't think he cared if he wanted it or not.
I don't think he did
He
either.
wasn't really into it.
I think other people got his name on there because they hated the other guy. All right. So that's Camp Virginia, I think.
Camp Virginia.
All right.
Right.
So then you're there for how long? A week or a month?
No, we was there for a while. 3 weeks maybe. Maybe
Okay.
a month. Another month or so.
So then you kick off into Iraq.
The convoy into Kuwait. Convoy into Iraq.
So everything up to then was preparation for
Right.
the reality of it. And now here it is.
Here it is.
Now,
Takeoff.
What was that like?
Well, we didn't know what was going on. We didn't really know where our route was. Hit the lights on.
Okay.
We got lost. Took a wrong turn. Probably everything you could do wrong, we did wrong.
Okay.
It was probably our first major convoy. We was going to take 2 companies at a time. We ended up the whole battalion going up the road because the other company caught the other one because they got lost. We did everything wrong probably we could have.
But nobody was hurt.
No, nobody was hurt.
And you got to where safely?
Spiker. It's in Crete.
To Crete. Okay. And set up your base, whatever you had to do there.
Well, we had we had an old house that some people moved out. We moved into an old house that the relieving people were in, and then the next day we got up and we had 2. For first platoon we had 2 houses.
Mm-hmm.
And we had 3 or 4 people per room. Yeah, it was kind of cramped.
Mm-hmm. To Crete, what was that like?
Well, we didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? We motored up and got there in the middle of the night. We weren't supposed to convoy at night, but like I said, we got lost and we got kind of close. I guess the battalion commander said, we're just going on in. So we came in at night, lost, didn't know where we was going. Finally found out where we was going, we just bedded down.
Mm-hmm. How long were you there?
Actually, a couple of us on first platoon was only there 3 days.
You're in the first platoon, and what's your MOS?
62 Echo, we're heavy equipment operators.
Okay.
Yeah, we bound down our equipment, got what we needed, and off to Caldwell we went.
Okay. What'd you do there?
Well, we started with, we built some AHAs, which were ammunition holding areas, and we built some berms, we built, we just did so much up there.
Okay. Did you have any incidents up there?
Not really. Caldwell was pretty quiet, actually.
Caldwell. Okay.
Yeah, it's up, like I say, just, I think it was just north of Baklava. You hear, but no, Baklava was a pretty hot town. I think we was up there probably 2 months
Okay. Okay.
or so.
All right. And then you went out into back to Crete, or?
Yeah, we was back there. I didn't bring my notebook, and I brought my notebook of all the dates and every place we'd been.
Really?
And I was gonna bring it, and seen it laying there, and forgot it. Yeah, and then we came back to Caldwell, and then we really started moving. First
Okay.
platoon. We really started moving.
And what did you do? You built ammunition holding areas?
Yeah, you know, they would go out in town, go out and confiscate all this ammunition, so they would want someplace to hold it before they blew it up. And we built some roads, and we built just all kinds of, probably small projects. We ended up building a soccer field, a baseball.
Did you?
Yeah, for the Iraqis. We built football for the field for the Marines over there.
Okay.
Spread a lot of gravel.
Okay.
You know, just pretty
Did
base.
you-
It was called force protection. We were just upgrading and building the bases for the.
Okay. Okay. Now, did you have any incidents while you were there? Did you experience any fire and all this sort of stuff?
Not really, not at Caldwell. No.
Okay.
Caldwell was pretty far up north.
Okay.
And it's like a 6 or 7 hour convoy from Spiker, so it was pretty.
How about your whole experience there? Did you take fire?
Oh yeah,
times and
when
all
we
that?
was in Samara, I ended up going to Samara 5 times. That was just
That was a hot city there, wasn't it?
right.
Okay.
So what happened with Samara is we never bothered it. The U.S. forces just left it alone. We took everything about it, and they just left it alone. And then when the decision was to go in and take it, we went in with the infantry and took it. And then basically what happened, we fought our way through, found the tallest building, you know what I'm saying, threw everybody out, and we made a patrol base.
Did you?
Right. And we built a big berm and concertina wire and just fortified it so we could defend it, because we knew the insurgents would come back. And
Did they in fact
oh
come
yeah,
back then?
yeah, we took fire every night.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Car bombs, blowing up stuff. We go out in town a lot, and we build copper boxes called SIABs.
Up in the box.
Right. And basically what would happen is all the policemen in Samara were dirty. So what happened when the U.S. forces went in, they fired them all. And they hired new and brought them in, but they blew up all the police stations. So we took Connexes, 4 of them, and we had a storage area, a jail, and some other things, and we would go out in cities and we'd level off a place, and we'd set these, put T-walls, big concrete barriers around it, put electric to it, so they would have a base of some place to work at.
How was it working with the Iraqis? Did you interact much with them?
Right, oh yeah, when we was out in town, I found them to be extremely lazy, and the culture barrier, and they just, you know, they wasn't like us.
Okay. There's just not much that we can relate to then.
No. You know, we put all this money and all this time in the copper boxes. First time they got attacked, they just leave it. You know what I'm saying? Then they come in and burn them down and tear them up, and we'd have to go fix them. And so basically what, they'd end up having to put infantry around them. It's still going. They put infantry around them. I mean, it was just, I don't know. I really never understood. I'd say probably by now they probably did away with it. Because it wasn't working.
It didn't work very well. Okay. What was it like for you to being over there? Are you glad you went?
Oh, yeah.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
Would you go back?
I don't know.
Are you going to stay in the Guard?
I'm gonna sign up for another year.
Are you?
Yeah.
You can sign up for just a year?
Yeah, you can extend for a year. That's what I've been doing for the last 4 or 5.
Oh.
But what happens, you get stop loss gets you, so it don't help you. I don't know. being in the guard is really tough on your family. And it's extremely tough on your job.
How'd you communicate with your family while you were?
Email, phones when I could. Remember, some of us in First Platoon that was gone so much, and we was gone a whole bunch. We didn't have access to the phones and the internet like a lot of people went to Spiker and never left. You know, or they only left a couple of times. Some people in First Platoon equipment operators, we wasn't on there very much at all. We would do road sanitation, which was another night.
What's that? Picking up litter?
Well, here's something. If the military has something called road sanitation, you think it's pretty easy, it's dangerous. If it has something like a combat patrol or something that you think sounds dangerous, it's usually pretty easy. It's kind of funny the way it works. No, basically what would happen was they were setting IEDs on us pretty heavy, so we went to the main routes and we cleared each side of them. We took down guardrails, anything that sat on the side, we made them smooth on both sides, so if they did get over in there, we could tell that they
Did they ever catch any of those guys setting up the bombs or anything like that? Looks like you could put a camera out there and watch it.
But it's so, I mean, you got hundreds of miles of highways and you don't know where they're gonna put them.
Right, right.
No.
Did any of them go off while you were in a convoy?
As a matter of fact, JD, the guy you interview next, JD Whitman, they parked right beside one. I said, I parked right beside one. I mean, they didn't go off, but when we do road sanitation, you'd see, you'd be running a grader and uncover a 155 round or mortars. I parked beside a 155 round. JD and some of them, they actually pulled up one that was wired, ready to go off.
Oh, God.
Just so happens it didn't.
Yeah.
But our convoy got hit. I mean, Comer, who works out of prison with us, him and Ricky Newman, they both just blew up. And they weren't seriously injured, but they both got the Purple Heart out of it.
Really, really. Are those the only two Purple Hearts in the company here?
Rocket, yeah.
Okay. But the battalion lost 3 guys, didn't
Right.
it? Yeah. Okay.
See, and that was MSR Grape,
What was that?
where the Alpha Company people got killed. What happened? They was doing road sanitation. Remember what I said? If it sounds good, I was clearing each sides of the road, and they got attacked, and a couple of them got killed and injured. So they pulled them out and made us go in to finish it.
MSRM Grape.
Grape. They
Okay.
just, I don't know how they come up with the
What's
name.
that word? Okay.
MSR Tampa, MSR Grape. They just
Okay.
come up with.
Okay.
That was a big job.
Was there a lot of stress involved being over there? I mean, was there ever a time that you could relax, or was it always up?
The problem for us on First Platoon, as we were gone, we was in high demand over there, so we'd come back and they'd say, "Oh, you guys been working so hard. You know, we daylighted. You know, I'm just killing ourselves." So they'd come back and say, "Well, you're gonna get a day off. You don't have to do nothing, but there's always something to do." We just had to get our equipment ready, and then 1 or 2 days later, poof. If I'd have brought that notebook, you could see we was not at Spiker, but 3 or 4 days at a time.
Did you take any photographs or video?
Oh, I've got a bunch of photographs and video, actually. Yeah.
Okay.
And most of it was just us, you know, kind of kidding around, throwing rock. I mean, just stupid stuff, but how we passed our time when we got.
Did you bring back any souvenirs other than your pictures?
No, not really. Some of it's so hard to get over, and they wanted. I mean, I brought a little bit. I bought some Iraqi money, old and new, and brought back. And that's about it.
Couldn't get back an AK-47.
No, I don't even think I'd want one. All the trouble going on with you get caught with one of them.
All right. Did it? I mean, when you were going over, you had one set of expectations. Now that you're back, has any of that changed? I mean, what do you think?
Well, you know, I was impressed with a few things. The elections, we was over there during the elections, and everybody kind of figured they'd flop or they'd fall, but you know, 60% of the Iraqi people turned out and voted.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's better than we have here in the United States.
Usually is.
So, I mean, that's pretty positive. We got to go up to Kurdistan. We did some work up there. FOB Cal Sue. Actually, Cal Sue was a lieutenant, was a professional football player that got killed in Vietnam. I don't know why they named it, but and we interacted with the Kurds a lot. And I really enjoyed working with the Kurds.
They're much more positive.
Oh, absolutely. They were. very nice. You know what I'm saying? They helped us out. They wasn't lazy. You know, they worked.
Mhm.
So the place was clean, and you know, anywhere you went up there was clean, and a little different than the Arabs down in
Huh.
Baghdad or Tikrit.
Did you get into Baghdad any?
We just went by it now. Or like I say, we operated all around it, but we actually didn't go into Baghdad. Somebody else, some other engineer had Baghdad and Anaconda area.
Okay. Did it change you any? I mean,
I don't think so, but
okay.
no, I mean, I still sleep at night, and you know, I hear people say, "I don't sleep at night."
Well, it affects people differently, I imagine.
Right.
You know.
I mean, no, I mean, if it hasn't surfaced yet that I can tell.
Right, right, right. Well, I think you would have. I mean, I guess, you know. Did that, you don't have to say if you don't want to, did that contribute to the marriage thing any?
No, not really. You know
It
what
was
I'm
on the
saying?
way down
Yeah, it was on the way down here.
where you went.
Right.
Okay.
You know. But hell, we work at the same place, you know, the prison's more stressful on you than
Yeah.
Iraq.
Right. Is it really? You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because you know you're going to get out of Iraq. You know, I
Right.
mean, it's going to end.
Yeah.
You know, working out there at the big house, you know you got 30 years to do.
Yeah. How'd your unit do? Your unit do all right over there as a unit?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we learned it. You know, we learned as we went, like everybody else.
And then came home too soon. After you learned everything, you're ready to go home.
Right. The only bad thing about National Guard is, you know what I'm saying, most of them are older.
Yeah.
They ain't as energetic. And you really don't fit in with the regular Army. I don't care what they say, you don't fit in with the regular Army.
Mhm.
Just don't. I mean,
Well, in the regular Army is more.
like the 9th Engineers, we interacted with them a lot. You know what I'm saying? They look at you like second class. Yeah, they want you there because you're doing their work for them. But actually, they don't look at you as like an equal.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
Did your unit get any citations or anything?
as far as now, I haven't seen anybody get anything. But I don't know if that's Sunday, if people are going to get awards or.
Sunday. This
Yeah,
Sunday.
they're supposed to have some kind of ceremony down at the college or something. I'm not really for sure.
Okay.
So, I think the unit got a big meritorious unit citation, but I'm not. You just hear that. You know how true that is.
Was there anything else you'd like to say?
No, that's just about it. But I appreciate you doing this.
Okay.
I mean, it's great. I've seen
Oh,
some of the others you've done too.
Have you?
Oh yeah.
Like I got guys from World War II.
Right.
You
Right.
know, have you seen some of those?
Yeah. I don't know how.
How in
Somehow
the world
somebody
is
got them, and somebody went down. You have them at the library or something.
Yeah, all these tapes are on the shelf down there.
Somehow somebody did it. I don't remember. What
I got guys from the Battle of the Bulge and.
Is that why you started it?
You know why I started it? I read Tom Brokaw's book. Remember that book he wrote, The Greatest Generation?
Right.
And he was writing about the generation that had gone to war in World War II and how the values of those people, you know, may
Right.
be lost today and so on and so forth. I just thought, well, I want
I
to do
think
something to honor any veteran.
Right.
Peacetime, wartime, any stateside or overseas, any veteran is fine with me. And I've got guys that never left. I never left the United States, and I was in during Vietnam.
You need everybody in all kinds.
Exactly. Exactly. And anyway, thanks a lot, sir. I
Thank you.
appreciate everything you did.
Okay.
buddy.
You